Okay, so now we can actually start modeling a piece such as this one from a primitive polygon cube. We can select the guy and Control A to see the properties that we can change. In Polycube 2, we can actually change the number of subdivisions very easily. So let's just put 3, 3, and 3. Let's put 4 here. And we can this. Let's put 4. I think this could be better. We can change it here, or we can actually change it also by Control A here in the layer editor as well by pressing Polycube 2, coming down. As you can see, the same options we have, and we can just click on one of the options and center button, and as I said before, changing this to whatever we need. So what we're going to do now is simple as going fast by right clicking to the components of the object and select the vertex. Then we're going to press 4 to see the wireframe structure and select those vertex from the half bottom, and by pressing in this guy and Control at the same time, we're going to be able to scale it, constraining the vertical direction. We're going to select this vertex and move them by pressing W top of here. So now if we press 3 and 5, we're going to see pretty much mushroom quite done almost. I'm going to be able to select this vertex and scale them so it's a little more thicker. We can also go to the top view and select this set of points and growing it in this direction and in this other direction, or even just making it more rounded in some parts and less in other ones. Okay, we can go back to perspective and see how things are doing. And the way now to think of polygon surfaces is that we need to select, for example, loop of edges. So we can select one of the edges when we are in the edge mode and press the arrow, the right arrow, to make the loop immediately. Or if we Control C and we press Shift and double click the edge next to the one we want, we will continue the loop. The same way will be if we select any other edge, we press Shift and double click on the neighboring edge, it will immediately create the loop existing. In that case it's only 3 units, but here is the whole thing. It goes around depending on how we developed the model. You can go to object mode, and there's a way of like inserting more edge loops. Like we can go to edit mesh, say insert edge loop tool, and pretty much if we press 4, we're going to be able to insert the new edge loop wherever we want, and it changes immediately the whole relaxedness of the subdivision surface. We press 5. We can get to that by selecting the object tool, select the object, and shift right click and say insert edge loop tool, and it's pretty much selecting one of those edges again and introducing a new edge loop to the model that will change the whole thing. Once we insert it, we can just press R for changing the scale of that one, and for example reducing it so we have that little detail that we want to search for. Let's insert a new one like right here and move it a little bit up. There we go. And another one here. Okay, so we press Q for selection and we start changing the vertex to make it fit a little bit more nicely. We select these ones, we can start changing them. these guys move so they have more of a mushroom type of morphology, you know. Okay, I think it kind of looks a little bit better. It's kind of squarey probably here. I want to probably select these guys and control the top one so we know we're moving vertically. But probably we also want to move some of these side points a little bit so it's deformed also in that direction. In that sense, we probably like to also start changing this point so it's less squarey. We can press the, there we go. I think now it's getting, we could probably do a very fast insertion of edge loop here. Sorry, let me press 4 and introduce this guy, introduce this middle guy, go to object Q, go to the edge mode, select, make a loop, 5 to view, and then we can start taking it down. So there's this kind of insert piece that we can also correspond there. We loop this one and we take it down as well. So it has that kind of feeling. Probably want to modify a couple edges here so it gives a more crumbly and natural feeling, no? Okay,